Okay, so I only have 7 minutes to record this video. I'm about to leave Bali and I've just packed all my stuff. But this morning I met a couple of friends and we were talking about saving money versus making money and where to invest money and what to do with it, right? So I woke up this morning to a message from somebody who is wanting to potentially join our mastermind event in Ireland, but he's also saving for a barbershop that he's not even 100% sure that he wants in the first place. And that inspired me, along with the conversation that I had with the guys, to just make this short video. So one of the biggest and best lessons that I've learned in business is that savers are losers. Meaning that when you save money, the energy, time, effort, sacrifice, if you want to use that word, that's put into the saving of the money, if you just actually applied that same effort, energy, sacrifice into increasing your earning capacity, some people are going crazy in the hallway. In the long run, anybody that I've ever known that has tried to save money ends up losing more in the long run because of opportunity costs. Whereas if they just increased their earning capacity, they would have a lot more money today, later down the track. So this month, we were just shy in revenue what I would have made in the barbershop in a year, not that long ago. And that was because I spent money, which I don't look at it as an expenditure, I look at it as an investment to learn the skills that have served me in making more money. It's about thinking, how can I versus I can't. Saving money comes from an energy of scarcity, lack, fear, almost like let me hold on to it, because subconsciously you're telling yourself, I'm not going to be able to make any more, so I have to give up certain things in order to keep these things. And I'm very much in the opposite camp, meaning I always think about how can I make more. If I want to do something, I just reverse engineer it and I figure out a way to make more money. And oftentimes when it comes to these types of relationships, like investing in yourself, coaching, coming to an event, people will always come up with the objection of, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the whatever, I don't. And in fact, all of those very reasons are not like excuses or reasons to actually not do it. In my view, they're reasons to do it, because the very reason that you're in the position that you're in the first place is down to the results of the actions that you've taken to get you there already. So you're not going to fix the problem by doing the same thing. So the problem isn't really the problem. The problem is the way that you see the problem. And the conversation this morning with my friends over coffee led to housing, and speaking about housing and should he invest in a house versus should he invest in something else. And the way I look at it is, if you invest in a house and it's coming from a place of minimums rather than overflow, if you're doing it because it's coming from fear and it's going to keep you stuck in a bit of a cage or a box, you become an employee to that house. Now, investing in a house could be a great option later down the track when you have overflow from your increased earning capacity, from investing in proximity and coaches and information and knowledge and putting yourself around people who are actually operating and doing it at that level. That will change everything. And it has for us, it has for me. My life is forever different. I'm 31 years old. I'm making now per month what I used to make per year in the barbershop. What's life going to look like at 41, with the investments that we make? We spend multiple thousands per month on our own coaches to make sure that we're at the pointy end of knowledge, information, and how to kind of operate in the digital landscape. So the opportunity these days versus the opportunity 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago when our parents were our age is a different opportunity. And my suggestion to my mate this morning was, instead of investing that money into a house, would it be a better investment to just buy some of your time back, and with that time use it to accumulate new skills, new knowledge, new expertise that are going to allow you to earn more money, and in a year's time or 2 years time, 5 years time, we might be looking at 10 houses instead of one. So it's just something to think about. Savers are losers. Don't try and save money. Try to make more money. Don't think I can't. Think, how can I? And this is one of the greatest lessons that I've ever learned in business and in life. So I hope you take something from that. Ciao.